How's it going? How you doing? What's going on? Gotta love bending up to that major third. This ring is it's a Native American ring. It's got turquoise and coral. Ah, thank you. Thanks for subbing. Sleepy coconut. Thank you, Mustang. What's going on? Good morning, New Zealand. Just sitting here playing a little guitar, messing around with this Gypsy Fuzz pedal. Turn it up all the way on the guitar, get a little bit more. Pretty loud. It's pretty loud there. This guitar is the Brian Setzer Gretsch G6120 THR Hot Rod. It's a 2019 and got it in 2022. But yeah, it's a Candy Blue Burst. It's got the kind of little sparkle to it. I like it. It's fun. I can't play any better, but lot of fingerstyle picking, so it's kind of a lot of double stops and a lot of country influence in my playing for sure. But I do like some heavy rock. You have a similar one that's acoustic. Oh, that's cool. Is it a Gretsch? You know any Jerry Lee Lewis songs? I know some. I mean, I know of some for sure. I don't really play them on the guitar, but they are awesome though. Love Jerry Lee, the Killer. Nobody follows the Killer. How's it going? Yeah, I'm on early today. Just trying it out, giving it a little different time. Can be a little bit louder during the day. Yeah, so got some people on here. You hear me do that a lot. I do this a lot. where's everybody from? Take out the pickup middle complete. That's too complicated for me. Take out the pickup middle complete. Figured out something kind of fun if you're in the key of like A. Move up 1 fret. Use your first finger, second finger, and your pinky on the 6th, 7th, and 10th of the A string. And then do the same thing on the D string. So you're in A, but you can do. You can go back down to A if you want. It's kind of fun throwing that in the middle of some stuff instead of I'm always kind of playing around the same boxes or whatever. But a little bit of pinky action. You can go all the way up and down the strings in those same frets as well if you like. Kind of creates a weird effect. Gotta love the old bend that is like a. It's a major or a minor third, you know, whatever key you're in. If you're in B, that's a D. Bend that up to the E note. You bend your 5th up a little bit, and then bend your 3rd up to the 4th. Give that a try sometime. I'll do that a lot. You can bend up a half step on that. You can play like the major 6th of the scale if you're in A. That's an F sharp. Let off of the F sharp with your ring finger or whatever, and then bend with your middle finger on the 6th fret, so you're on the 7th fret. And then you hit the 5th fret, so it's kind of like a little chromatic. I think that's kind of fun. You can do that with like your pinky too if you want to hit like the root if you're in A. Or if you're in B. That's the flat 7th, and then if you hit the flat 7th, pick that and then bend up. Or one thing you can do is hit an A string or a 5th fret of the little E string, and then use your pinky on the 9th fret of the B string. Get that unison, bend up to make a unison on 2 different strings. Yeah, you'd do that probably in B, I guess. So it's like a unison of the flat 7. Kind of a rock move. You can do that too, where you use, you know, index and middle finger on the B and E string, and you know, 7th fret. Play those 2 strings together with the 10th fret and the 7th fret, so it'll be B string. Then then bend up, um, whole step, and then slide up 2 frets. That's a good old classic rock move. That's kind of a cool effect. The blue is looking nice on the guitar. Thank you, Sniper Raptor. Thank you, Leroy Brown. It's pretty. It's a pretty guitar. That's really, a lot of the reason why I got it, because I'm like, that's so pretty. I just, always wanted to have a Gretsch. Hello in Portugal. What's up, Frank? Did you ever listen to Hot Dog? Yeah, I did listen to that. I did like it. Yeah, I don't remember haven't learned it yet. Sorry, I was supposed to learn that. What's going on, CT? Saying hello. Maria, how you doing? Will, what's going on, Will? I don't really know any songs. I know a lot of little licks and things I like to play. And a lot of the stuff I do on the channel are shorts. And some people don't like that. Some people say, that's not music. What's the point of this? I'm just like, hey, I'm having fun. And I hope some people are learning some stuff from this. But what kind of guitar is that? I've been looking for one. Oh, this is the Gretsch G6120 THR, the Brian Setzer signature hot rod. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get them on guitarcenter.com for, they used to be $3,000. I think now they're like $2,400 or something, possibly on their website. But yeah, I love this thing. It's fun. It's fun just to have around. The sound come from finger and the origin pickup by the saddle. Yeah, I've got it on the bridge pickup right now. It's definitely. Thanks, Guitarist Artist, one of my favorite artists, but I didn't know that it was called. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that bridge pickup is way more trebly, way lower. I've got the it's a Hendrix Gypsy Fuzz pedal on right now, and if you take that off, it's much more cleaner. That's the bridge pickup. This is the neck pickup. Much more mellow. Seven Nation Army. Do 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 do. I don't remember what. Something like that. I can't remember. That kind of stuff. I use, that Chuck Berry kind of, just to me, that just drives home the old rock and roll kind of vibe. And I'm kind of old school, I guess. I don't play guitar like everybody now can play, just like crazy stuff on an acoustic and play everything on it and make it sound like a full band. But I'm just more like, I'm like a boomer, The best music came out back in the day, I feel like. One of my favorite moves, and I do it a lot, is the minor third, major third, in whatever key you're in. A is a good one. And then have that, it's like a tritone, diminished fifth. But you can use your ring finger on like the 7th fret if you're an A. Make that perfect 4th or whatever. And then resolve it with the 7th in the bass there. I think that's a good move. It's kind of like the Funk 49. Just always there. I feel like maybe I do it too much, but I do like that little lick. Holy guacamole. I could never know any Stevie Ray. I've watched some Stevie Ray videos with my jaw hanging to the floor for sure. I'm like, man, that guy is good. It's all about, yeah, it's almost those colors. Yep, they call it Candy Blue Burst. And I love candy. Tommy Emmanuel, yeah, he's amazing. He's done some work out at the Cash Cabin. I play guitar for John Carter, Johnny Cash's and June Carter's son. And I got a couple gigs coming up with them here in the next couple months. But yeah, definitely work out at the Cash Cabin. Tommy Emmanuel has been out there before. He's phenomenal. What's on my pedal board? Right now, I just have one pedal going. It's the, see if you can see it. Might make some noise when I move it. It's this little Hendrix Gypsy Fuzz pedal. And it is loud. See, that's with the fuzz completely off. So if you take the output and turn it down a little bit and then turn the fuzz up, listen to what happens. See, let's take the output down, fuzz up. Let's go all the way up with the fuzz. Much more. Here's with all the fuzz on, which I don't think. It's a little bit like kind of almost muddy, but it's kind of cool too because it gives you just sustain forever. Love it with the fuzz all the way up. Oh, cool, yeah. You like that? I'll may try to do more of those. Do you know how to use a compressor sustain pedal? I'm still learning how to use mine, and it doesn't seem to change my guitar sound or sustain. This shade of blue on this guitar is called Candy Blue Burst. It's got a little bit of a like a sparkle to it. But yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know how to use pedals very well. Like I'm still kind of learning that after years and years. A lot of times, I'm not using it today, but I have called a Spring King Dan Electro reverb pedal, and it's got kind of a sound almost like a mix between a reverb and a delay, like a slapback. But it's kind of cool. It works really well for like the Johnny Cash kind of stuff with like a telly or something like that, and it works well with this. But right now I'm just using the. Show you. I'll move out of the way and show you my amp I've got going. It's a little. This is a Checkmate 480. It's from the 60s. It's an actual like solid state Tasco amp, and it's linked together with this Mesa Boogie Subway Rocket. And those two together are kind of a fun combo because you kind of get a little bit of each coming out there. But so I've got some different amps, but sometimes I'll just use the Mesa Boogie by itself. Hit that like, folks. Brother, what's going on? I'm just sitting here making some noise in the day, disturbing my neighbors. Got 87 people watching. That's cool. Yeah, I've got the fuzz turned up all the way on this Gypsy fuzz pedal, so let's see what it sounds like. There's a tremolo on this amp, which is kind of fun too if you want to turn that on. It kind of messes with me a little bit, so I don't always like to use the tremolo, but it's fun for like a nice layered effect. A lot of times on the lives, I just kind of practiced almost, really. But my uncle said to me, 150 watt amp, they stopped making in the 90s. Need to remember some names of my stuff. Oh, wow. It's got like everything on it. Oh, that's cool. This Mesa Boogie is from the 90s. I think it's from like the, because my buddy Guitar Mike gave it to me, though. Any jazz? Not like some people are really good at jazz. I'm not. But let's see. Take the fuzz down. Turn that gain up. A couple little licks. I know like major 7 chords, fully diminished 7 chord, minor 7s. 7 flat 9. That's a nice chord. And the the E7 flat sharp 9. I think are fun because sometimes you just messing around and you figure out, oh, that's cool. If you just do the same frets all the way down the strings with the same right hand pattern, you can come up with some weird stuff. John, these strings are Daeger lights, just 1046s. Works. I think that's what they suggest for this guitar, I guess, gauge wise. But yeah, that's pretty light. What I used to do, sometimes when I use my telly and do the cash gig, I would do 1152s and do the XL bottoms and medium top strings. But then I quit finding the medium top strings. They just went to XL bottom and 10, so it was 1052s. That works pretty well for like the boom chicka boom on the big strings on like a telly or something. Yeah, those 1052s. Because they're made for like detuning, but if you tune them up to standard or whatever, it's got that kind of, I feel like it has that kind of cash sound, even though some people use different stuff. But top 5 guitar players. Oh man, older musicians landing most by jazz. Yeah, one of my favorite guitar players. People I get super inspired by, Kingfish. When I see him play, man, I'm just like, that's it. That's just awesome. He just embodies the blues, but he has technical skills that go up and above and beyond, and he can slow it down, but he can also just shred. Thought that was Josh. Working on some squeals and stuff, and on different guitars it works better, but for Gretsch, lay the pinky down across the strings, and then I use my fingernail as a pick, Van Halen, yeah, I love Van Halen, of course. He's got to be Jimi Hendrix, Van Halen. Lately, for new people, I love Kingfish. Love Steve Cropper. Loved, let's see, who else is really amazing? Well, Joe Bonamassa is really great. He can play. Matteo Mancuso is phenomenal. I like one of my buddies online who's a really great blues player, Hitting the Blue Note. I don't know if you guys check out Hitting the Blue Note. That guy's amazing. Always brighten my day. Aw, man. Thanks, Josh Moon. Your recordings convinced me to get a Gretsch. Oh, that's my first serious purchase, and I'm still delighted with it. That's awesome, Josh. I'm glad to hear from you. Have I seen the movie Crossroads? I've seen parts of it, but I need to actually sit down and watch it all the way. I was always probably watch Karate Kid more. Karate Kid and Karate Kid 2. So but that's the good thing about YouTube now. You can watch clips of anything, be it funny or crazy or musical. I'm gonna have to sit down and watch some of those scenes. I know I love Steve Vai, and I love Joe Satriani, Tom Morello, amazing. He can do some cool stuff, cool tricks. Greg Koch is amazing. One of my old friends from college is an amazing guitar player. John Osborne from Brothers Osborne. Guy can play anything. Got to meet Steve Cropper one time. That was really cool. But I like how he does just little parts that add into the rhythm section, and it's not super flashy, but it just has the vibe, So a lot of times I don't use the Gypsy Fuzz pedal because it's just so much, but it's kind of cool. It gives a little extra bite. Clapton's always been great. I like Cream. growing up. That was, I love their, I had that tape. Joe Walsh, I love Joe Walsh. I love Billy Gibbons. Give me a song to learn something. Beginner. Yeah, it's. I always like. So I grew up in the age of having like a cassette player, where you could just play and then hit rewind and then listen again. Like I remember sitting down when I was probably like 8th grade or something and learning some of the licks off of the song "L.A. Woman" by the Doors. I love the Doors, and Robbie Krieger's he. I think whatever they were able to get him to do on all the recordings is really cool. But like, there's that part on "L.A. Woman" where it's like doodle doodle doo doodle doodle doo, and then he'd answer with a lick, and so it always seemed like, okay, that's a short little phrase that I can like learn, you know. So it doesn't have to be. I try to go more on the simple side of things if it's possible, just to like something people can grab onto. If it's, you know, because it can be so complicated sometimes, and I don't know. I just, for me, when I first started, and I still feel the same way. I just like little simple licks that are just like, you can do that all the time. A slow bend. You can bend, you know, start up and then bend down. Start up, bend down. You know, it doesn't have to be crazy. If you're in B, start up around the 11th fret, you know, and I'll use multiple fingers to bend a string, because if you're going to bend up to the flat 7, it's going to take a little bit, so. So I'll try to do like a phrase or something where maybe it'll resolve on the root, but try not to hit the root until maybe the end of the phrase if possible, or to start out on a note other than the root. If you're in A, maybe start out on the 7th. You can do so many things, and maybe it might be boring for some people, but for me it's always going to be fun, because it's just a way to explore and figure out what the tones are you can get. One thing I like to do sometimes is to if you're up on the, maybe say an A, if you're up on the 5th, which is the E, hit the note and then slide from like the 5th fret that's kind of a fun thing to try. You can do it on like the, you know, 8th fret or something too, even where you're just a few, like 3 frets apart. Best lesson. Thanks. How do you pinch harmonics? That I'm working on. I was watching a video. Another one of my favorite new players out there is Jared James Nichols. The guy's awesome. Yeah, playing in a band is good lesson, because it's like I like to stay with the drummer if we're doing like a country gig or like Johnny Cash style music. I play with a band called the Cash Kings, and you're going the beats like that a lot of times. Got that train beat, and so I'm just doing this a lot of the time, like. whatever he's doing and stay with him. One good thing I think is to play, never forget the melody if you're going to play a solo, because melody is great, always works, I feel like. There's that, and Luther from Johnny Cash does that a lot, and I love that. It's like on the Wreck of the Old 97, that little solo, it's got the... you know, it's like you can follow the melody pretty close and add a couple things. We're on a mission from God, the Blues Brothers, that's right. Yeah, I met Steve Cropper, yeah, and I got a picture with him because I played on the same show as him one night for the James Burton and Friends concert. It was in 2019 at the Symphony Center in Nashville. And it was like, oh man, here's Steve Cropper. Oh man, there's James Burton. Hey, there's Albert Lee. Hey, there's John Osborne. Hey, there's Brian May from Queen. Oh, there's Joe Walsh. Oh, there's Paul Schaefer. Hey, there's Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. It was just like left and right. It's like, hey, there's Vince Neil. Hey, there's the Orbison boys. Hey, there's Johnny Cash's son. I was playing there with John Carter that night, but yeah, and what's his name? The guy from blanking on his name, but yeah, it was cool. But Steve Cropper was there that night, and I'm like, Steve, Mr. Cropper, and then he didn't look, and I said, Steve, can I get a picture? So yeah, he said, yeah, sure, what do you want in the background? I'm like, I don't care. So we just did a selfie, it's pretty neat. But I'm like, this guy is like Stax Records, house band, Booker T and the MGs. So I've had a couple moments in Nashville where it was just like, holy moly, this is heavy hitters, and I'm just a guy. So I'm just a guy. Oh, Matt Guitar Murphy, yeah, he's awesome. My drummer was the best inspiration for guitar. Yeah, I love drummers. They're great. We had a great drummer in our band named Jonathan Surratt, and he was phenomenal. Rest in peace, Jonathan. He was a good guy. Gone too early and way too talented. Too much potential. So I remember the first time my band played together and when Jonathan got on there on the drums, that we just started laughing because we're like, we'd never hear those songs played like that, with such a good drummer. But yeah, I love drummers. You can't live in Tennessee for 25 years and not get a little twangy, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of where I'm at. I like blues a lot, but I love that twanginess. All harmonized bend. Yeah, Paul Schaefer is a legend. I got to get a selfie picture with him, and he was really nice. I wish I had gotten more photos that night because there was a ton of people around. But yeah, Paul Schaefer was there, and we were backstage. Paul Schaefer, and John Carter Cash were talking about Johnny, and because Paul always was on time, had to be on time every night to be ready to go for the late show and stuff with Dave Letterman, and but it was cool to hear them talking about Johnny Cash and being like, yeah, now he was a star among stars, so well respected in the business, and was just knew a thing about being on time and all that. And it was kind of really cool just to be like, there's Paul Schaefer right there. And he went out and did a whole lot of shaking going on and Great Balls of Fire. And then we came on immediately after, so it was like we had to follow Paul Schaefer. We played Ring of Fire with John Carter Cash and his wife Anna Christina, and that was really fun. But yeah. So I like playing scales sometimes too, even just to keep my fingers moving and throw an extra half step in there on maybe on an E scale. It's like the C shape. But you have to bar down, up here. I'll put the D natural in there instead of just. Kind of nasty sounding, honestly, but you know, it's kind of fun too, just to make some noise with the guitar. But yeah, you can just turn it way down. I like that fingerstyle kind of pretty stuff too, is nice. It's like you're keeping your thumb going on the E and D strings back and forth like that octave. Both downstrokes. Then you end up picking the D and the B string, and you fill it in with the major third and the root. But yeah, you can do that kind of thing where you can do the melody. That's a little thing you can do where it's the 2nd fret and 4th fret of all the open strings. You can do that like a pull off. And you repeat that same. Or you can add an extra note on the beginning of it to give it a little more momentum. One thing you can do also is fun. If you can stretch, you go up to the 7th fret with your pinky. First finger on the 3rd. So a lot of things you can do. So it's fun, and I'm glad you guys are here. Deep River Blues. Oh yes, I remember that one. Do love that one. I feel like it was like. Yeah, man. I had a good friend in Nashville named David Anderson, and man, that guy is like Chet Atkins. You know, the new version of him. He can play all kinds of stuff, but I listened to him play at the Country Music Hall of Fame for many years, and the guy could play all kinds of chord melody stuff, and I need to work on that because that's such a hard music to play. Bach. Yeah, that's a whole nother level, isn't it? This isn't Bach, I don't think, but it's. nights, southern nights. The Glenn Campbell song. Yeah, I think that he was amazing, Glenn Campbell, for sure. Talented. Could sing, play, do it all. He played on a lot of like Beach Boys records and tons of other stuff too. Actually joined the Beach Boys, I think, when Brian Wilson wasn't able to go tour anymore and kind of just decided to quit touring. I think he replaced him. Or helped fill out the band. Turn this buzz down. Oh, let's see here. That to me is one of my favorite licks, and I think probably one of the first lessons I ever got on guitar. And if I tell anybody, learn this lick, this is fun, and you can use it in a lot of stuff, is that. That. It's that bend that G string, bend it up. Say if you're in G, maybe that's a little bit lower down, but yeah, if you're in G, bar down on the 3rd fret, bend up on the 5th fret. But you can do that. You can just repeat it over and over like a crazy rock solo. To me, that just is like, okay, cool, rock and roll. You can add an extra note in there. That little 7th and then the 6th. I'll pull off to the 5th. You can add like a Stevie Ray kind of thing where it's like. I think that's a fun thing to try. Or you can start out, instead of bending on that first note, you can slide into the triad like. But I was talking about Jared James Nichols, and he had a video. It was pretty cool about doing those pinch harmonics, and that's tricky. I think the guitar that you're playing definitely can affect that, whether that works better or not. But it's like put your thumb down and mute the string a little bit, and then pick up with your index at the same time, almost like a cross. And then that's kind of an experimental thing. You have to like. The pinch harmonics, I haven't got that down yet. But when you lay your finger down and mute the string. Another thing you can do that's fun, a little classic rock and roll move, I feel like, is that bar down on the B and E string. And you can just slide into it, or you can slide from one fret. You can slide kind of like the Revolution, the beginning of Revolution. And I'm just using my fingernails as a pick and just going down, 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 down. So you can do that on the 7th fret if you're in B, and then if you want to add an extra another 2-note harmony thing, it's the little tritone. which is in B, it would be the 10th fret on the little E string and then 9th fret on the B string. But you can do that. And bend up a little bit on that. Then you can also add in that bent string on the G string to give you that kind of Chuck Berry kind of thing where it's not just the 2 but the 3 strings, so you can bend, you know, bend and then double stop, double stop. Yeah, I love Metallica, they're awesome. Definitely limited with what you can do with your just fingers, but also it opens up a lot of possibilities too, because there's many different ways to play, and we're gonna keep talking about that kind of stuff. You know, I'm trying to learn how to be a teacher, but it's not easy. So I appreciate you guys watching, hanging out, and stuff. But yeah, hail, hail, rock and roll, man. That's right. Guns N' Roses, heck yeah, I love them too. Always love that song, Mr. Brownstone. Love John Lennon, love the Beatles. Yeah, rock and roll ain't no noise pollution. That's right. No pollution. Yeah, no pick is kind of crazy. It's kind of like, but you know, get your fingernails going a little bit, and you can. I keep my thumbnail fairly short because I'm hitting the side of the string a lot with just like the edge of my thumb. So I do these rolls a lot where it's like thumb, middle, index, thumb, middle, index. So when you're going up, or you're going, I guess, down or up, I'm not sure, but it's like each note has, move myself so you can see this side a little bit, but it's like, whatever notes you don't get with these 2 fingers, you're ready to get with your thumb. So, and then, you know, some people can do all 4, which I'm not that good at that, but I like having that. So you can get that kind of thing going on. It's really staccato, but it's kind of cool because it's kind of like you can hit notes cleanly, but they go by pretty quickly. Oh, Johnny Winter is the man. I think it's nice to be able to not have to like hold on to your pick sometimes. Sometimes you're struggling to try to dig in somewhere if you can't be heard, but if you got some volume. Yeah, George Thorogood. Oh yeah, he's amazing. Doing like 3-finger, 3-string pinch is kind of cool too. I learned a lick the other day Albert Lee had done online, and I think he played it differently, but it was something like that. It was, if you're in, he did it pretty quick. It's like a chromatic. fun little thing Albert Lee had done. Otherwise, you can just take out the middle part and go. You can do those little, they're like sixth intervals. It's the major third and the root of the triad. You can slide down chromatically too, just fret at a time. That's a good thing you can learn too if you want to do little like harmonized with fingerstyle. Is nice because you can put one finger on a string and stay there. You know, I got my index on the G string and I got my middle finger on the little E string, so you can do that like a pinch. And then you can go up. That's in G, so you start out there on the 4th fret of the G string, 3rd fret of the little E string, and then you can go up 5, 6, 7. And you go up to C, same thing. You go up to the 5. If you want to get it a little weird, you can do some of those rolls in between where you go. That's the thing where your thumb's getting in the middle of that roll. That's a fun thing you can try a lot with that roll, is like just break it down to just triads, like major triads. And if you want to throw the middle note in there, the 5th, if you're in G, you can do that on all 3 strings instead of switching, you know, but instead of putting your thumb in the middle of the little E string, you put your thumb on the B string in the middle of it. So you go. And then you can make those, make those into 7th, dominant 7th triad. So you can do that. Sometimes it's easier to hear it when it's like less loud. That's much lower volume, so it's like kind of nice to turn it down a little. Yeah, I like the fuzz pedal, but sometimes it's kind of like, what the heck's going on? You can't even hear it. It's too loud. But yeah, Money for Nothing. Oh, that's a great one. I love that. I don't think anybody can play it exactly like him. I feel that vibe though when I hear the fuzz. It's like, I love that. About the first time ever playing guitar and getting that fuzz going on. This thing will just start feedback and it's great. It's kind of fun. That's kind of a fun little trick, is it's like say if you're in, I don't know, A, and you're up on the 10th fret of the B string, that little tap hammer. Where it's like you're taking turns. It's like ring finger and then index on the right hand, alternating on the same fret. That's kind of a simple but kind of weird sounding. It's almost like bouncing a basketball. Whenever there's a thing you used to do where you hit it so fast that it starts bouncing back from the ground, and then it's like, it's almost like a drum roll. But yeah, I love that. Yeah, so I just like having fun playing around and stuff, but I make some music of my own, and I've been doing this YouTube channel. It's been 5 years now, since August of 2020 when we started it, and I've definitely done some covers, singing and stuff, and maybe I'll do some more singing eventually if I can learn some more songs or have a song that I really want to try singing. But and then just started doing a lot of shorts, and I became a dad. Almost 4 years ago, became a dad, and have been just full-time stay-at-home dad. So it's been really I haven't had any time to just sit and play during the middle of the day since I can't remember when. So this is awesome. I appreciate you guys being here. It's just like something that I'm planning on doing more often, and I will probably do another live. I'm thinking Thursday around the same time, 11 in the morning or so. So y'all come back and tune in, and just keep hanging out and keep rocking. So I think that's all for me right now, but I'm probably going to sign off. And I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for being here. And come back and check out the Dave Daeger channel. There's tons and tons of shorts and lots of covers and lots of on the different playlists and things. There's some live footage playing with some different people, some studio sessions I've done. Check out the song I played on Chris Cornell's song, You Never Knew My Mind. I played guitar on that. I played on Loretta Lynn recording. John Carter Cash, I played on his new album that's coming out here on the 12th of September. It's called Pineapple John. I played on that and wrote some songs on that. Anyway, so y'all have a great day, and thanks for tuning in. I'm going to sign out, and that'll be it for me today. So y'all